What's up, world? It's your boy AJ the Blackboard Traveler, and today, man, I am doing a video going off the topic of what I used to talk about. I'm a boxing fan, so this is a video about the boxing event that went on in Saudi Arabia this past Saturday on December the 23rd, called the Day of Reckoning. There was eight matches. They were all pretty good. There was a problem though because Deontay Wilder basically lost the fight. He lost every round to Joseph Parker. Now, what's crazy about it, Joseph Parker is a good boxer. People ask me, well, why you wouldn't bet on the fight? Because my buddy said, you should bet on the fight. I said, nah, man, I know Parker's a pretty good boxer. You know, basically what happened that night, man, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder signed an agreement to fight on March the 9th. Well, Deontay Wilder came up short. Anthony Joshua, got a win. So now everybody's saying that, Deontay Wilder's through and he needs to retire because he looked bad. So let's recap on something real quick. So imagine, the last 2 years, every fighter, big fighter that's been there basically had losses. Dubois had a loss to, Joe Joyce. He had a loss to Usyk recently. Came back and redeemed himself, beat Big Baby, right? Then Joshua had 2 losses to Usyk, which gave him 3 losses. Joseph Parker had a loss. He fought 3 times this year. He got knocked out by Joe Joyce, supposed to be a slower fighter, right? And Deontay Wilder had a trilogy 3rd fight with Tyson Fury, which was one of the best heavyweight matches I've seen in a long time. That was like probably the fight of the year. He lost to Fury, but it was a damn good performance. Then he came back and knocked out Hellenius. Now, all these fighters who fought, basically the big fighters who are the big names in boxing, all took losses. Joseph Parker took a loss. Anthony Joshua took 2 losses. Deontay Wilder took a loss to Fury and then just took a loss to Parker, and Parker took a loss. Like Tyson Fury fought Ngannou, damn near, got stopped. And so just because a dude get an off night, all of a sudden he's a bum now, and then he's got to retire. See how that doesn't make any sense? So boxing fans, you guys are like too much, and it's not really the boxing fans. It's the boxing fans too, but it's the boxing channels. They're all saying, "Oh, Wilder's trash, and he messed up the fight with Anthony Joshua." No, man, he lost. It's boxing. There's always going to be a winner and a loser. It's going to be a draw. He just happened to lose that night. And styles make fights. Dude, Parker fought totally different that night, and he outsmarted him. He won the fight. Give him his props, and give Deontay Wilder the props. He never got knocked down. He never got knocked out. He was on his feet for 12 rounds. He got beat, and he got some good shots off too. But he just didn't get the win. But how you gonna tell this man he's through? All of them got 3. I think all of them got three losses. I think. Let me see. On the heavyweight division, let's go to the heavyweight division by itself. Wilder has 3 losses now, and then Joshua had 2 losses back to back. He had a couple warm-ups. He has 3 losses now. Joseph Parker had like 3 or 4 losses now. And Andy Ruiz has what? 2 losses now? All the heavyweights. We talking about just the heavyweights. So the only 2 fighters that are still undefeated is Tyson Fury and Usyk, as far as the big names. They're the only 2 that's undefeated. Frank Sanchez, of course, he's undefeated. He's coming up. He's a dangerous dude too. But the thing about Deontay Wilder, and you gotta realize, man, Deontay Wilder always comes in lighter than everybody else. This man came in at 214. I think Joseph Parker was like 240-something pounds. Everybody that Deontay Wilder fight, he's always smaller than them. But he still gets a knockout on most of these dudes. Out of 42 dudes, they're always bigger than him, and he knocks them all out. No heavyweight ever came in the ring with Wilder the same weight as him. They always come out 30, 40 pounds, and y'all talking about he's trash. This man's taking harder punches from bigger dudes. Even if they're not as tall as him, they're heavy. Big dudes got heavier shots. But he's washed up because he had a loss? Come on, man. That's crazy. To be real, man, the reason why Joseph Parker won the fight because he basically was more aggressive. He hit him with some good shots. He hit him with some pretty good shots. Some shots were on, some shots were off. I ain't gonna lie. When he did the flurry in the 8th round, he was throwing a lot of punches, but a lot of those punches were being deflected, even though it looked kind of sloppy how Wilder was moving back and forth. But the punches were being deflected off his arms. The thing that's crazy about it, man, now it seems like everybody's making comments saying, "Oh man, Deontay Wilder's washed up, he's done. Oh yeah, Joshua can beat him." What people don't understand in boxing is that just because a man loses or has a bad night, that don't mean that he's fooled. You know what's happening there? Everybody's gonna think that Deontay Wilder's fooled. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna be fooled because he is still dangerous. He's one of the most dangerous. He is the most dangerous heavyweight in the division. He just had a bad night, like any other boxer. So if these fighters thinking that he's fooled, they're gonna find out, man, that he's not. He just, he's had a bad night, couldn't get his timing right. He wasn't active for like a year and a half, or like over a year. And so, after the Tyson Fury fight, he was inactive for like, I think, a year and a half, and then he had a fight with Helenius, was the first round knockout, but he was not consistently like active. And he said he was gonna be active throughout the year, and he wasn't. That plays a lot with any boxer if you're a ring rust. I mean, like Floyd Mayweather was one of the fighters, there were very few that was never really rusty. He always, even though when he had a year or two off, he was just so sound. Floyd was so, his brain, his boxing brain was so tough. He would you never see him get off, I mean, Joseph Parker had 3 fights. That was his first fight, the 4th fight of the year when he fought on the 23rd. And the thing about him, he outboxed, smarted Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder couldn't really figure him out because, Joseph Parker he moves a lot. He usually moving around the ring, and but he was coming forward. He was keeping the distance. He was smothered. He was basically he hit him with a couple of good right and left hands. I mean, he got some good shots in, and he never knocked him down. He just outpointed him, and he won the fight because he was just more clever at it. He was a lot more active, and usually the most active fighter, especially if he's connecting. Even though he didn't connect to a lot of shots, he connected to some pretty good ones though, and he ended up winning the fight. But that doesn't mean that he's done, that Deontay Wilder's done, because he had his 3rd loss. Do you know how many pros basically lost? I mean, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson had 7 losses. Manny Pacquiao had 7 losses or 8 losses. Muhammad Ali like 6 or 7 losses. Deontay Wilder had 44 fights. He had 44 fights, and 45 fights. He only had he had 42 knockouts. Everybody that he fought hit the canvas. Joseph Parker was the only fighter that he fought in his career that never hit the canvas. So Joseph Parker just, he got advice from Tyson Fury, and his coaches were, they studied Wilder, even though there wasn't a long time. I mean, he had a fight 6 weeks before this fight, so he was pretty worn for the whole year. So he just had an advantage of being, the more active. But I know Deontay Wilder's gonna come back, man. He is my favorite heavyweight. I like Joshua. I like all the heavyweights. I like all of them. I'm just a fan of boxing, man. I'm not really biased on boxing. I'm gonna be real, man. Deontay Wilder, timing just wasn't off. He wasn't throwing his jab. Like when he fought Stavern, when he fought Arthur Spuka, when he fought even Tyson Fury in the first fight, he was coming forward. Deontay Wilder was on the back foot. He was kind of gun shy, like he didn't know when to throw. So, he admitted he was off. I mean, I still think people should give Joseph Parker his credit. Give Joseph Parker his credit because he did fight a great fight. I mean, he fought a smart fight. He caught Wilder on some good shots. Wilder got a hell of a chin. That's why he didn't knock him down and knock him out. But he did, outbox him. He did outpunch him, and he won the fight fair and square. I feel Wilder I wouldn't say nothing about, I was inactive. If I was Wilder, I wouldn't say nothing of that. Just get that man, his flowers, man. He beat you. You come back, man. You still the champion. You still a champ. You still gonna come back. You still got, still got that danger. You still can come back and win and probably go all the way to the top. But he had a lot longer reach than Parker. So that's why everybody was so upset that Wilder didn't use his reach. I mean, I was like, didn't understand it either. But Joseph Parker took advantage of it, and it worked for him. But I tell you, y'all fighters but not think he's fooled because he had a loss. Because I'm telling you, man, he's gonna be fooled. I guarantee you, he's gonna see what he did wrong and he's gonna want to correct that. And so let's see what happens, man. You know, it's the same thing happened to Errol Spence, man. Errol Spence, you know, got in a fight with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford got the best of him. I mean, it's just what happened, man. But the thing about it, you know, you live to fight another day, man. Wilder's not done. I mean, he's 38, but he's not done. I mean, Josh was 34. Most of the boxers nowadays are in their 30s. They still boxing and they still at their top. I mean, only 3 losses, man. That's a great record, man. Only 3 losses, and you know, out of 44 or 45 fights, and 42 of your fights came by knockout, man. Y'all better leave that dude alone, man. Don't think he's fooled. But if you guys like my content, man, you know, give a comment, you know, like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. It's your boy, Black Boy Traveler. I am out.